Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to introduce myself. I am Dioba Meliza Karlita and I'm from TBI 6A. Right now, I would like to speak or explain about the translation. First, definition of translation. Translation is the process of converting written text from one source language to another language, target language, while maintaining the meaning, style, and effect of the original. It goes beyond simply replacing words. It transfers complete messages across languages and cultures. And then translation process. The translation process typically involves these steps. First, reading and understanding the source text. Second, analyzing the text linguistic features and cultural context. Third is transferring the meaning to the target language. Fourth, restructuring the text to follow target language conventions. And the fifth is revising and editing for accuracy and readability. So, in this translation that has two, like bottom up and top bottom. And then I would like to explain about the unit of translation and discourse analysis. So, the unit of translation refers to the segment of text a translator works with at one time. This can range from individual words to entire paragraphs. Discourse, discourse analysis examines how language is used in context, helping translators understanding how sentences connect to form coherent text and how cultural elements influence meaning. And then after that, a language function. Language function describe the purposes of communication. Roman Jacobson identified six main functions. First, referential convey. It is like conveying information that we has information, and after that we convey the information. It's say that very referential. And then the second is expressive. Expressive is expressing feelings or attitudes. Like from the text, we must to know, like we describe about expressing feelings or attitudes that mean from the text. And then conative. Conative is influencing the reader's behaviors. Like when we translate, we must to know about the behavior of our readers, or the language, the one of nationality, or the one of another country from the text or translate. And then fatigue is stabilizing or maintaining contact. We must maintain our contact in the translator when we translate something. And then after that, metalingual discussing language itself. Metalingual is discussing language itself. We must to discuss about the language that we use and we translate. And after that, poetic. The poetic is focusing on the form of the message. Poetic is we must to translate not just sentences but the messages. And then translator must identify the preserved dysfunction in their translation. And then after that is text categories and text types. So, text categories classify text by field or subject matter, like legal, scientific, literacy, and each other. So, text types classify text by their communicative purpose, informative, like um, presenting facts, news article, report, or something like that. And then the second is expressive. Expressive is conveying creative expression like literature, poetry. So when we translate like literature or poetry, we must do creative about the expression, what that poetry would like to say like that. And after that is operative. It is persuading readers or advertisements, political speeches. And then the last is audio medial. Text means to be spoken, script, or speech. Different text types require different translation approaches. And then next is translation ideology. Translation ideology refers to the belief and values that influence translation decisions. This includes foreignization, preserving foreign elements to highlight cultural differences. And then after that is the domestication is adapting the text to fit target culture norms. Nah, so when we would like to translation something, we must to know about the target culture, uh, because the every nation, every country, they has their own culture and norms. And then after that is ethical consideration about a power relation between languages and cultures. And then the last is feasibility or invisibility of the translator in the final text. And then the next is translation method. Translation method are the overall approaches translator use. First is word for word literal translation, maintaining source language word order. And then the second is a literal, following source language closely while adjusting grammar. And then faithful, preserving exact contextual meaning of the original. And then after that is semantic, prioritizing aesthetic value of the source text. And then after that communicative, it is the translator focus on conveying the message clearly to the readers. And then idiomatic, using natural expression in the target language. Um, After that, free or prioritizing context over form. And then the last is adaptation, rewriting the text for a new culture. Uh, that's all about my explanation about translation. When I made a lot of mistake, I say sorry. The last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.